Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope so everyone is fine. In the previous lecture, I have discussed about the root system. Okay, different types of root system, tape root system and fibrous root system. Today my topic is modification of roots. The part of the plant that attaches it to the ground or to a support conveying water and nourishment to the rest of the plants, that's known as root. Root is the part of the plant that attaches plant to the ground or to a support conveying water and nourishment to the rest of the plant. Okay, modification of roots. Today I am going to discuss about the modifications of roots. Roots sometimes have special functions to perform. In such cases, their form and structure differ from those of normal roots. Okay, roots sometimes have special functions to perform. Okay, in such cases, their form, the form of the roots, and the structure of the roots that is different from those of the normal roots. The modified roots may be underground or the modified roots may be aerial. Okay, they may be underground, they may be aerial. Underground root modifications. Tape roots and adventitious roots may undergo certain modifications to perform the functions of storage and vegetative propagation. Some plants have modified roots, okay? Though some plants, those have modified roots to perform some additional functions. Roots like carrot, radish, turnip, sweet potato, they are modified to store extra food in them. Those roots are modified, the roots of carrot, the roots of radish, the roots of turnip, the roots of sweet potato, they are modified to store extra food in them. This makes them fleshy. Okay, this makes them fleshy. This is one of the modifications of the underground roots. Okay, this is modification of the underground roots. When roots perform different functions, we change their structure, that's known as modification. What is the modification of roots? When roots perform different functions, we change their structure. Those functions we change their structure. Okay, those functions we change their structure, and that is known as modification. The food made in the green leaves travels downwards and is stored in these tape roots, which is used by the plant in unfavorable conditions. Okay, that food that is stored in the roots of the plant, that food is used by the plant in unfavorable conditions, those conditions during which the plant cannot prepare their food. Okay, for example, turnip, carrot, radish, etc. Aerial roots. Aerial roots are adventitious roots which develop from the aerial parts of the plant to perform various functions. Aerial parts of the plant means from the stem or from the branches of the plant. Okay, aerial parts means from the stem or from the branches of the plant. Those roots develop in the plants for mechanical support or for vital functions. Those roots which develops from the aerial parts of the plant, they perform various functions, or they may be for mechanical support and for vital functions. Prop roots. Okay, some roots are modified to provide support to the plant, such as banyan tree. Those banyan trees have special roots. Those special roots coming out of branches and reaching the soil. those special roots, coming out of branches and reaching the soil. They provide support to the banyan tree. These roots are called prop roots. Like banyan tree, in banyan the adventitious roots arises from the horizontal branches. As you can see here in the structure, in the diagram, these are the prop roots of the banyan tree. Banyan tree is a huge tree. Okay, it is a huge tree. In banyan, the adventitious roots arise from the horizontal branches and vertically goes downwards. And these adventitious roots vertically grows downwards. After reaching the soil, they become thick and woody. Thus, they function as pillars, giving mechanical support to the branches. Those prop roots, they are the adventitious roots. They function as pillars, giving mechanical support to the branches. Hence, they are known as columnar roots, or we can say they are known as prop roots, because those roots give support to the plant. Those roots gives mechanical support to the plant. They functions as pillars. Stilt roots. In plants like maize, they have also supporting roots. Those supporting roots comes out of the stem. Those supporting roots coming out of the stems, okay, they are called stilt roots. As you can see here in the diagram, this is a maize plant, okay, from the stem of the plant. Okay, the adventitious roots arises from the lower part of the main stem. This is the main stem. Those adventitious roots, those arise from the main stem and grows obliquely towards the soil. They serve to keep the plant erect by giving additional support. Okay, those adventitious roots which grow from the lower part of the main stem grows obliquely towards the soil, and they serve to keep the plant erect by giving additional support. Those roots are called stilt roots. These stilt roots are found in maize plant. Okay. Respiratory roots or breathing roots, or we can say pneumatophores. Some plants growing in marshy areas, okay, those growing in marshy areas have secondary roots coming out of the soil. Those plants have secondary roots. Those secondary roots coming out of the soil, they are known as breathing roots or respiratory roots or pneumatophores. Examples of the plants in which breathing roots are found are rhizophora, mangroves. They are seen in Palanti in West Bengal and Sundarbans. Okay, a number of plants growing in marshy water-lodged soil. The soils where the concentration of the water, where the quantity of the water is more, which contains almost no air. Develop some branches which grow vertically upwards into the soil. Those plants develop some branches. Those branches grows vertically upwards into the air. These roots are called breathing roots or pneumatophores. Each such root is provided towards the upper end with numerous pores. Those roots is provided towards the upper end with numerous pores through which gases diffuse in and out. Okay, those roots are called respiratory roots or breathing roots or pneumatophores. Some non-green plants like cactus, they cannot prepare their own food. Okay, they live on other plants for their food. Some non-green plants, they can't prepare their own food. They live on other plants for their food. Such plants are called parasitic plants. Such plants are called parasitic plants. Parasitic plants are those plants which cannot prepare their own food. They live on other plants for their food. Okay, they have special roots coming out of their stems. In their stems, the special roots coming out. Okay, these roots penetrate into the stems of the other plant. Okay, for sucking food. These kinds of roots are called parasitic roots. We can say that in parasitic plants the roots are called parasitic roots because those plants, those non-green plants, cannot prepare their own food. They have special roots. Those special roots coming out of their stems. Okay, those special roots they coming out of their stems. These roots penetrate into the stems of other plants for sucking food. These roots penetrate into the stems of the other plant, on that plant on which those non-green plants, some fungi, they grow on those like cactus, uh, like cascata, they grow on the other plants. They have roots. Those roots penetrate into the stem of other plants for sucking food. Those kinds of roots are called parasitic roots. So we have discussed here parasitic roots, stilt roots, and prop roots, and breathing roots or respiratory roots, or we can say them pneumatophores. These breathing roots are for the gaseous exchange because in those water-lodged soil there is no almost no air. Okay, there is almost no air, and for the gaseous exchange, those develop some roots which perform the function of gaseous exchange.